Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. Partially burnt body found in Smokyville, St. Andrew. The body of a man was found in Smokyville, St. Andrew on Sunday morning. The body, which up to publication time was still unidentified, was partially burnt, the police stated. It was reported that around 11 a.m., residents stumbled upon the partially decomposed body and summoned the police. On arrival, the body was seen laying face down on a dirt track. The body was observed to be partially burnt. The scene was processed and the body removed. Missing Westmoreland teen returns home. 14-year-old Christina Brackett, the firm's technical student who went missing last Wednesday, has returned home. In an interview to reporters on Saturday, Brackett's mother, Sally Ann Blair, said her daughter left their house in Petersville, Westmoreland for school on November 29 and failed to return. According to the police corporate communications unit, Brackett returned home safely on Monday. Additional charges laid against South Spring shooter. Detectives assigned to the St. James Division have reportedly laid additional charges against Travis Tummins, otherwise called Chichi, who was last week charged for a triple murder in South Spring in the parish. The victims included two school children, 7-year-old Justin Perry and 9-year-old Nicoliva Simit, both students. Tommin was reportedly held as a person of interest in the triple murder during an intelligence-led joint police-military operation at a guest house in Barrytown. Tommins, a roof tiler for Burnett Street in St. James, was charged with 3 counts of murder, 2 counts of shooting with intent, possession of a prohibited weapon, and using a firearm to commit a felony last month after being pointed out during an identification parade. In addition to those charges, he now faces burglary charges in connection with the murder of 47-year-old Anthony Forbes, otherwise called Plato, of Flower Hill, South Spring, also in the parish on Friday, October 27. Reports from the Montego Bay police are that around 1:10 a.m., Tommins and his accomplices broke into Flowers' house, opening gunfire at him before escaping in the area. Forbes was assisted to the hospital where he was pronounced dead. Chief Justice says scammers are exploiting the weaknesses of the justice system to avoid conviction. Chief Justice says lottery scammers are learning about the weaknesses of the Jamaica's justice system and are exploiting them to avoid being convicted of their crimes. Speaking recently in St. James, the Chief Justice noted that many of the perpetrators are escaping justice because of delays in extracting evidence from electronic devices. He said lottery scammers are now almost exclusively using digital means to store their data. The Chief Justice further noted that scammers are using the inadequacies of the system for their own benefit. He noted further that the justice system is facing issues with delayed forensic evidence that impact the trials of other crimes.
When the police conduct their operations, they collect the electronic devices. But here is the problem. The electronic devices cannot be examined in time to meet the time standard. So in the recent Easter circuit, that is June to July down to August in Trelawney, 57 of those cases were disposed of without a trial or a plea, because the report concerning the examination of these devices was not available, and nobody could say when they would become available. The lotto scammers have now learned a simple thing. If I keep the information in electronic form on my smartphone, on my computer, on my laptop, chances are the matter won't get to trial. So it means that if we're going to be talking about the control of crime, we have to address those kinds of issues. We're also having the issue with forensic certificates, DNA analysis and so on. They take a long time. And as I understand it, the persons who do these things, their time begins when the exhibit is assigned, not when it gets to the lab, when it is assigned. So the question is, what happens if it's not assigned for 6 months or 7 months or 8 months, it means nothing happens. So if you have a harsh law with draconian penalties and you're a career criminal, these things, whether you know the actual data or not, it will become apparent to you, because you will be the person sitting in the cell somewhere, going to court every few weeks only to hear the report is not ready, the certificate is not ready. And so they are learning about the criminal justice system and its weaknesses.
No road, no vote. The residents of Greendale in Spanish Town, St. Catherine took their frustrations to the street Monday morning as they mounted roadblocks to protest the bad road conditions in their community. Community members gathered sometime after 6 a.m. holding placard and blocking the main road using drum, wood and debris along with car, while demanding that the relevant authorities provide better roads. One resident, who only identified herself as Kenesha, said that the road has been in the state of despair for many years. From me at 12-year-old me live here, and now me 47, and the road them no good. Everybody come out this morning to call on the authorities to fix the road, she stated. Keisha further told reporters that the recent rains worsened the road condition, which is frequently used by taxis. The other day, the rain fall and the road get even worse. During the rain time, my sister had to carry her 7-year-old baby go to school and have to bring him or her back. When it rains, there is a lot of water where people cannot walk and people vehicles damage. When them drive, you hear the driver say them tire damage and so forth, Keisha explained. She added that the residents are willing to withhold their votes when election rolls around should the issue persist, as they say they have been promised before that the road would be fixed. People come already and promise to fix it, but them don't do it. So now, no road, no vote. Me mean it that if them don't fix the road, then no vote. And we alone at the household, and we are go vote. We are vote. So if them miss the amount of vote, them know say somebody in serious trouble, Keisha stated. She said that they were informed that Spanish Town Mayor Norman Scott was busy during the time of the protest, but will visit the area on Wednesday. Keisha stated that they are currently waiting on authorization from the committee president to continue the protest. She noted that the roadblocks have since been cleared. Chang confident Pico will withstand the test during the forecast bumper winter tourist season. National Security Minister Dr. S. Chang is satisfied that the Passport, Immigration and Citizenship Agency PICO is well prepared to process the influx of passengers expected to pass through the Sanchez International Airport in Montego Bay, St. James during the projected bumper winter tourist season. During a visit to the airport on Saturday, Dr. Chang, who was accompanied by Chief Executive Officer of PICO, Andrew Winter, and Director, Immigration Services, Ezra Whitlock, had a first-hand view of the processing of some of the 13,000 passengers who passed through the airport. So far, what is happening here is coming in on nicely. It worked well on Saturday, and I think we will do about that 13,000 passengers. The kind of number you are going to be seeing in the winter season with Christmas is well tested and fully up for 15,000, but the system is looking good. But we have to monitor it on a daily basis, Dr. Chang told reporters. He revealed that by later this month, 20 more immigration crews will be put in place at the MBG-operated airport, bringing the total number to 100. So we have had 80 cruisers, and by the minute. Please remember to subscribe,